Hello everyone, hope you have had a fantastic day so far and welcome back to yet another Captain's Interview here on the Al main channel. My name is Strompfel, I'll be your host today where we get to meet and greet another captain for Al Season 3 and today we have the dear honor to actually get to interview the guy that was voted best captain in Al Season 2. That is very big in my opinion, so you already know that this guy is gonna come back for Al Season 3. This is a very short and angry Englishman which is out for revenge in Al Season 3. Now Nika owes me some money. Alright, but without any more information, we have the pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Slaking, the Slaking Doctor.
Hello everyone, it's good to be here. I don't quite know how I won Best Captain in Season 2, considering I think I had the worst record of any captain, but I'll take it, I'll take it.
Yeah, but this is actually a good point to prove. You don't have to win every week to actually be a good team member. You can improve in other ways, and I think Dr. Slaking showed that in Al Season 2. Even though his team did not unfortunately make playoffs, he still had a very good team in my opinion, and a team that had potential to go very far if just some things had gone your ways. Is there anything you want to say in before Al Season 3? Anything you just want to throw out there that you think that people should know?
Just that I dislike Nico immensely.
Alright,
I just don't like the guy.
I actually wasn't expecting that. So that's good. Alright, so most of you probably know Nico at this point, but Nico will be another person we get to interview in just a few days. So yeah, so this will be another captain's interview. I have explained the rules to you, Slaking, but if you don't already know, I'm going to ask Slaking some questions about him as a Pokemon player and as a Pokemon fan, so you get to know him a little bit better in case you potentially want to get on his team, which is the main
Sweet.
Goal of these interviews.
I like that.
So
that sounds cool.
Yeah, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. So first question is going to be. It's going to be a quite simple one. It's going to be, how did you get involved into the Pokemon franchise? From the start, how did it all start for you?
Oh man, when I was probably 4 years old, my stepbrother, who was a lot older, and I were bought copies of Red and Blue on the original Game Boy Black and White. And I think that was the first video game I had ever owned.
Wow.
And I never got past Brock, I don't think. but I played up to Brock like 1,000,000 times and then just quit because I couldn't beat him or whatever, or I got lost in Mount Moon potentially, I'm not sure. But yeah, so right back from the OG Black and White Game Boy days.
Man, that's quite a long time. And now you're like 24 or something, so 20 years of Pokemon.
Yes. Yep, exactly. 20 years, yeah.
Ooh. Almost as old as Pokemon itself. That's quite cool, I'm not gonna lie. So let's segue into the next Pokemon regarding question then. Well, all of those are Pokemon regarding, but so you started off as a casual player like most of us do, but at some point you moved into the competitive realm. And what made you do that? Was it something that you wanted to do? Is there a story behind you as a competitive starting off competitive play?
Kind of, yeah. So when Oras was coming out, Gen 3 Hoenn in particular was my favorite region. So I was so excited. I was on YouTube for the first time. Like, I'd never really been on YouTube much. Watching trailers for the new games and stumbled across YouTubers like Velicify and people who were covering the news. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more than that. But and from there, I then just basically fell into the pit of PokeTubers and stumbled across Wolf Glick in someone's free-for-all, Duncan Knee Deep or someone else free-for-all, and they were talking about VGC and Showdown, and I'd never heard of Showdown, and so yeah, I just sort of hopped on and started doing some VGC, which I was terrible at. But from there, it just spiraled. I just loved it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. So, you started off as a competitive player. This next question has probably changed its answer a few times, but currently, What is your preferred play style?
Kind of defensive, I guess. I think I like to wear teams down over a slightly longer game. I don't know. It's changing a lot, but yeah, a kind of balanced to slightly defensive, I guess. I'm not quite sure. I find that one hard to answer.
All right. That's totally fine. It's not really something that you're looking for like a clear answer to, just more on defensive, like bulky or offensive or stallish or something like that.
I guess probably like bulky pressure. I guess that's how I would describe it.
Yeah, I'll probably describe that one for you as well as like bulky pressure.
Yeah.
Which is my playstyle as well, so I know that one pretty well.
Yeah.
So you already kind of touched on the answer to this question, or the next question, which is, in your opinion, what is the best generation of Pokemon?
Yeah, so Hoenn and Gen 3, Hoenn in particular is a region, I just love the region. And Gen 3 was the game that I sunk the most hours into as a kid, so for nostalgia reasons it's always that. If you asked me, as someone who had never played Pokemon, which is the best game, I would maybe say Gen 5, Black and White 2 maybe, I'm not quite sure. But which one do I love the most? Gen 3 always.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I love Gen 3 as well, so I can kind of relate. Yeah. Although I have to give it up to Gen 4. Gen 4 always has a special place in my heart.
That's fair. Gen 4 is awesome. I agree.
Gen 4 is awesome, and I'm a few years younger than you, so when you got into like the Pokemon era in Generation 3, I followed that up a few years later with Generation 4. Yeah. So I do think we're quite on the same page, but just a few years in between. Now, now in Generation 3, we have these evil guys. We have Team Magma and Team Aqua. Those are pretty rough, in my opinion. They want to take over the world and stuff like that, but they're not the only evil teams in the Pokemon franchise. You have Team Flare, which is forgotten like crazy, Team Skull, Team Galactic, stuff like that. We have a bunch of different evil teams, but if you, Dr. Slaking, had to join one of them, which one would you join and why?
Ooh, that is a good question. I think probably Team... See, here's the funny thing. I want to say Team Aqua because the idea of spending a life at sea, traveling, getting to, if nothing else, at least I spend a lot of time out on boats and seeing a lot of a beautiful region. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
But in reality, I get really, really seasick. Oh. So,
well, maybe that's not the best idea.
But that would be my ideal. Maybe I just take some seasickness pills or something before I go. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be the worst pirate in the world because I'd just be hunched over the side of the boat. But in an ideal world, Team Aqua.
All right. So if seasickness pills has gotten more improved within the last 10 years or something. Definitely a Team Aqua then. Okay, nice.
Yes,
that's a pretty good answer, not gonna lie. So, moving into the next question, moving back into the realm of competitive play. So, we have these move tutors, right? Move tutors has brought some new light to a Pokemon that we love and brought some new moves back into like the competitive scene. Like Defog was a big one in Generation 7.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, in your opinion, which one should be the next like big move tutor move? And this could either be a move that you think is really underappreciated, like stuff like signature moves that you want more Pokemon to have, or if you really want one Pokemon, you've always died for that one Pokemon to have that one move, like Garchomp Dragon Dance. You can give the move to Dragon Dance and have Garchomp learn it, something like that.
Oh, that's a... so there's one that springs to mind instantly. I feel like more Pokemon should get access to Slack Off. Obviously, it was introduced with the slacking line originally, so I love it for that reason. But also, in terms of the mechanics, just giving so many more typings able to get reliable recovery would be nice. Because at the minute, Roost, Synthesis, the reliable recovery is kind of limited to certain types of Pokemon.
Yeah.
But Slack Off could be learnt by Pokemon of any type, pretty much. So yeah, I definitely think that would be an awesome one to see that with a wider distribution.
Yeah, it might actually bring some like bulkier aspect to some Pokemon we immediately think are offensive. Like Infernape. You've been for some reason a big fan of bulky Infernape lately, and that would never be a thing if Slack wasn't an option, in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because you would never think like, yes, this is a good idea, I will switch in once and then I'll die. But at least you can force something out and recover. So I think that's a pretty good answer in my opinion. It's the most interesting one I've gotten so far. I think me and Tangle Boots were suggesting like drop kick, and then we came to mind like drop kick Mega Venusaur, keep dropping your attack and never be able to kill it. That would just be disgusting, but slack off would be pretty cool.
Yeah, just because there are so many things that are reliant entirely on rest, that really you could imagine them slacking off. You can imagine them taking a lazy moment. So I think it could be more widely distributed for sure.
Yeah, taking a lazy moment is like a caption for the channel.
Yeah. It should be, to be honest. I'll add that.
Oh, by the way, Dr. Slaking has his own Pokemon channel. It will be linked in the description below. You can always go check that out if you want to plug yourself for like the next 20 or 30 seconds or something.
Yeah, absolutely. Just hit 100 subscribers, I think 2 weeks ago, which was huge for me.
Yeah,
but yeah, we do draft league content and some LPs when I get around to uploading them. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy uploading. I'm not super serious, but I just have a good time.
Yeah, which is like the best the best way to upload, in my opinion.
I agree.
So yeah, that was a little mini plug mid interview, but I felt that was appropriate. So moving into the next question, moving into the dreaded question, which you for some reason had an answer to immediately, which is if you could be a Pokemon for one day, what Pokemon would you be and what would you do?
I would 100% be Snorlax.
Okay.
And I already know I would do one of two things. I would either just eat everything I've always wanted to eat, and you would never feel full because you're a Snorlax.
Oh.
So you could try like all the food you've ever wanted to try in one day without getting bloated or feeling sick, which would be amazing.
Yeah.
Or I would just sleep all day because that also sounds like a great day.
That sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie. I was actually, when I wrote this question, I actually had Snorlax in mind, but I had it for another reason, which I found pretty interesting. So, if I were a Pokemon for one day and I would have something to do, I'll actually also pick Snorlax. But the thing that I would do is just lie in the road and block something, which would be hilarious. Like if someone's like rushing to the bus and they just run up to the bus station and realize I can't get through this. There's a Snorlax. I don't have any flutes. I need to run back and get something to play to wake this bastard up. I thought that would be really fun. You can just move around and lay there, and people wouldn't get to work and stuff like that. So people would have to be lazy because no one would have to work because I was just lying in the way.
I like that too. I like the idea of forcing the world to be as lazy as I am. That sounds brilliant.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool, not gonna lie. But moving into the last question for Dr. Slaking is which Pokemon would you like to see get a Mega Evolution in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee? Before you answer this, I just want to clarify that Mega Evolutions or new Mega Evolutions hasn't been confirmed while we're actually recording this. This is just speculations. We're not trying to like enforce some new rumors or anything. This is just clear speculations and something fun to theorize about. And also Dr. Slaking can choose by any of the 800-ish Pokemon that has been released so far. You don't have to pick one from the first generation.
Ah, okay. I was going to say, is this restricted to Gen 1 only then? I see. That is a... Well, can I give two answers?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is that allowed?
That
okay,
is allowed.
So first off, I have to say Slaking.
Oh yes, of course.
Because I've been petitioning this for ages. I feel like when Slaking was introduced in Gen 3, if it didn't have Truant, it would have been broken.
Yeah.
But because of the power creep over the past, by the time Gen 8 comes out, 5 generations, I really don't think it would be that broken if it just got a different ability and, I don't know, like, +5 in each stat. It doesn't even need that. Just a Mega Evolution with a different ability would be enough for me to be happy so that Slaking would be more widely usable, or Mega Slaking would be more widely usable. So yeah, I definitely want to shout out Slaking there, because I think this is a time where it can now, with things like Mega Salamence, Mega Metagross, or even things like Marshadow and stuff running around, like, there are so many broken Pokemon that I really don't think Slaking is that broken anymore.
Right.
And especially if it couldn't have a held item. But other than that, For Gen 1, I would really like to see Golduck. I'd really like to have a Water Psychic Golduck.
Mega Golduck.
Finally.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I think that would be awesome. Just because I think everyone wanted Golduck to be part Psychic type when you watched the anime when you were younger and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think they could finally do that. I was hoping maybe we might have had a Alolan Golduck or something like that. But I think a Mega Evolution would be cool for it.
Yeah, I totally agree with the Mega Golduck. The Mega Slaking one, I am a little bit on the fence because I just looked up Slaking stats and I realized that most Pokemon that get a Mega Evolution gets a 100 stats buff, which is insane to think about. And Slaking just getting like +5 in speed and some special defense and some defense, this mon would never die. But it would be fun. We'd probably not be able to be drafted in most leagues, but the ones that allow it for some reason would be hella fun to try out. Not gonna lie.
As I say, they don't have to give it a stat boost. Just give it a different ability, and because it couldn't use held items, it wouldn't be broken. It would be balanced, I think, maybe.
It would definitely be a high tier Pokemon, but it wouldn't be broken. I can't agree with that. It would be like Kyurem Black.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
So that's actually all the questions we have for Dr. Slaking, where we get to think about its answers. And now we're moving into some faster questions where Dr. Slaking has to answer immediately. We're now moving into the dreaded lightning round. This will go quick. You're supposed to answer. I didn't
know there was a lightning.
No one does.
This is a complete surprise.
Yeah, we're actually keeping this keeping quite low profile on the lightning round, so people get caught up in the moment that there actually is one that is existing. But this one is as you might have known for like multiple lightning rounds. You watched it on the telly when you were younger.
Yes.
You just have to answer as fast as you can. Now we have made it a little bit more simple than most lightning rounds. You actually only have like 2 or 3 answers that is acceptable. I'll just ask you something with 2 options and you just have to pick one of them. But you have to pick them fast because it's a lightning round.
Okay.
Alright, so Dr. Slaking, are you ready?
Yes.
Let's go. Where would you travel, Kalos or Alola?
Kalos.
Which one will you play? Let's go Eevee or Let's go Pikachu?
Go Pikachu.
Do you prefer attack or special attack?
Attack.
But what about defense or special defense?
Defense.
Do you set up Tailwind or do you set up Trick Room?
Tailwind.
Do you go for the sweep or do you stall out your opponents?
Stall.
Favorite status option? Burn, para, poison or sleep?
Burn.
Favorite weather condition? Rain, hail, sun or sand?
Rain.
And last but not least, how do you remove your hazards? Is it via defog or rapid spin?
Defog.
And that's actually going to be all the questions we have to Dr. Slaking this time. I want to thank you for your time. This has been lovely to chat with you and see what kind of Pokemon player and fan you are. Do you have any last words that people might want to know about you?
No, just thank you for having me. I can't wait for Owl to come back. It's going to be awesome. So yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And with that all being said, I want to thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back soon with another Captain's interview. Goodbye.